Thanks for joining our Johnson Family Group Chat, y'all. This is an all-access podcast covering random topics straight from our family text threads. Our intention is to provide a few moments of lighthearted banter in hopes that will entertain, lighten your mood, and create some laughs in the process. We hope you enjoy this week's episode. Family, let's get to it.
All right, hello and welcome everybody. This is the Johnson Family Group Chat. I'm Dad. I am the dad of the bunch. I'm Demetrius, also known as Deacon, sometimes called D. I'm glad to be able to. I think this is episode 5 for us. So we rolling, y'all.
I'm Mom. Oh, I thought you said something. I'm Mom, aka Mom. Because I couldn't.
Jesus.
I don't have any other.
Yeah, because everybody's just got this weird, like, I'm not going to say silent thing going on right now.
Okay, let's start over again.
I'm not going to start over again. Your mom. That's all they need to know. Your mom. Go. That's fine.
I don't want to be boring.
I'm Tatiana, a.k.a. Big Money T.
She got hand motions now.
Oh, she got hand motions? What she do?
Big Money
Gang
T.
signs? No gang signs on this show. We don't do gang signs.
I'm Darren, a.k.a. Fishman, DJ, Aquaman.
Every man. No,
I thought he was going to say Misfit. I was waiting for the Misfit Productions.
Thank you for reminding me. Owner and creator of Misfit Productions.
He didn't pay you. He didn't pay you for that sponsorship. Why would you?
He is paying me.
No.
Hush.
Apparently, I'm the dog whisperer. Hello, everybody. My name is Danielle.
That's it?
Nothing
Oh wow.
else.
Oh wow.
AKA
She usually.
Dog whisperer.
Cheers,
Like,
my dears.
You said cheers to the what?
Cheers, my dears.
What is that? That's new.
It's my new saying.
She's watching.
Cheers,
She's got
my
a
What did you
show.
get? That is not just your saying. You got the.
Sunset. She's watched. That's from that lady on the Sunset show.
Who you barking?
Oh wow.
I've taken an interest in a specific show now.
Oh, okay.
So.
Okay. We're not doing no free pub on this thing. But mom, even though mom already did, now we
Well,
got
that's
to
not
get
it,
called.
though.
Oh, that's not the name of it.
No,
Okay.
but yeah, I kind of got into character now. So
Oh, jeez. Is that something we got to get checked? Is that a character or is that a
What happened to that
personality?
one
I
character?
don't have personality
Okay.
disorder. I'm not crazy. I'm
so it's not one of your minds.
Please,
I'm
Lord.
not crazy.
You just acted.
I like to make my life interesting.
She did this before with the other character, your warrior name or whatever.
Oh yeah, true.
Oh my gosh. You remember when she was on the whole warrior kick thing? When she was watching that show?
It's one of the greatest shows.
Yeah, but prior to that, you remember when she had the British accent? That whole
Yes.
thing?
Okay, point is,
Yes.
you gotta get into character when you're watching shows. You just kind of gotta tap
don't.
into your element.
You're watching the show. You're not a part of the show. That's not the same thing.
Whatever.
Well, hey y'all. Okay, so I want to jump right into this one. I'm just gonna go straight to the group chat here, and this particular group chat was. Yeah, let's get us up here. All right, this particular group chat was Saturday 28th. I wanted to dive into this because I really just wanted to have more extensive conversation through this one. But here it is, Saturday, August 28th of 21, 9:48 a.m. And it's me, actually, this time. It's not Darren, y'all. Like, Darren usually is the one that's starting it off. It's not a bad thing. I'm just saying, you usually start it off. But this was me just Saturday, and I said, good morning, kids. I just wanted the three of you to know that I love you and couldn't be more proud to be your dad. Y'all mean the world to me. And then Tatiana chimes in, good morning, Daddy, I love you more. And then later on in the day, you have Darren here, morning, Dad, love you too. And then Danielle. Here's Danielle. Look, I know I'm the best. She always, what'd you call her?
The firecracker.
She definitely is the firecracker.
I
The
just like to
bomb
keep
detonator.
everybody on their toes.
On our toes for what?
So do you love Daddy or no? Because, I mean, you never said
It didn't even matter.
You never even said it. You never
didn't
said
even
it.
matter.
Like, I do love you.
Okay, well, it's not evident here. That's all.
The message.
Hearing the same message 3 times, you kind of just got to spice it up a little bit.
No, what?
But you didn't even take it to another emotion. You just, or anything. You just said, I know I'm the best. And then, of course, Mom chimes in. She said, leave it to Danielle to turn this into a competition. Darren responds with the hand slap to the face, takes one thing and runs with it. And then Danielle, don't be mad because I'm the next best thing. Oh, my gosh. They say the last one always got the bag.
What
bag?
bag?
What bag?
What bag?
What bag did you
She
get?
still never said she loved you.
She still,
Well, I'm saying it
call it
now.
out.
I'm saying it now.
You're 2 years. Wait,
You didn't say it.
2
Was
years
that in
later.
21?
Yeah. It was
That was
yes,
21?
it's in 21. So 2 years later, I get to thank you, Danielle,
I've
for
said
loving
it
me 2 years
several
later.
I've said it several times after that.
But you didn't say it then.
You didn't. You didn't. And that counts. That counts for something. So she says she got the back, Darren with the little lifted eyebrow. And then Mom, why did it? I love y'all like the Jordans love crab legs. And then she sends this
the
little video.
Johnsons.
The Jordans?
I mean, the Johnsons. What did I say?
You said the
Jordans?
Jordans.
Oh, why was I saying Jordan? The
I think
Johnsons.
it's time for me to get another pair of Jordans.
It's-
Maybe that's
no,
that was their message.
Mom should get me a pair of Jordans.
You're going to.
No, sir. Get your own.
Man,
You grown.
That's a whole other conversation. I'm not going to go there today. But Mom says, love y'all like the Johnsons, love crab legs. And then she sends this little video. So here, let's see what this is.
we can't see the video. It's blurry.
I don't.
Oh, yeah, because somebody ain't got an iPhone.
That's Danielle's other personality.
I don't,
What is
I'm
going
gonna
on?
embrace
Yeah, what was
We
going
were
on?
listening to Lizzo's song and we were walking down the pathway. That's when we were at the chocolate factory, the little milkshake
Oh,
That was
place
in Orlando. Oh, that was in Orlando. Oh, hence the crab legs. The crab legs was the spot that we kept going to.
Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
So good.
every evening.
It was so good. Yeah.
so good.
And then Tatiana said loved it. Then the video is so blurry, and then that's when they started going in.
But wait a minute. Do you guys remember going to the crab place and that was when you had the Versa? And remember we all piled into the car?
Yeah.
Like just trying to get in and we didn't
Yeah,
care.
we was looking like
We look
clowns
like the
coming out.
We did.
coming out.
Yeah, that we did. That car was so small.
Hey, that
Car
guy
was
did
so
his
small.
job.
No, it did. It got us where we needed to go. It was just
Yeah.
it was just a little miniature.
It did its job.
Yeah. All right. So then, of course, now they're riding out on my Android, but that ends that. So we're not going to go that far. There's nothing wrong with my phone.
It ends it because we couldn't share anything else. That was it. It was pointless to share any other pictures or videos
We switched to
because
the other group chat by that point.
yeah, we have that's
So
the
I
real deal.
know you guys have secret group chats.
No,
It's not a secret.
It is a secret.
It's just
It is
to
a-
get better video.
I don't know what's going on in there.
It's just so our videos and
don't
pictures
know.
come
I
out regular.
Whatever.
You don't know
Okay.
because it's
Okay.
all of the pictures you send, but better. You remember the picture Daddy said in the most recent group chat when it was so grainy and he was like, "It's not nothing."
It was
wrong.
too small.
But
I
then I
couldn't
had to
see
send
it.
Just
him
come
the
out this
picture.
little. They come out this little.
I
They're
mean, the fact
thumbnails.
that y'all be trying to click on the picture, I stopped look. I keep
It
scrolling.
just be like this.
I don't even take the time
Danielle
of day to even
just
look.
she automatically sends another text. Can someone please just send the real picture, the message in the right group chat?
Because y'all belong to the cult. And
It's not
you're
a cult.
isolated away from the rest of the world.
Y'all talking about my conspiracy.
We're going
Y'all calling Apple a cult.
Yeah.
moving right along.
As he works the Mac.
So I don't have a problem with the Mac. I have no problem with the
It's an
Mac. I
Apple.
just don't.
It's an
I
Apple
don't
product.
have a problem with Apple.
Hater.
I never had a problem with
So get an
Apple.
Apple phone.
I don't want no Apple phone.
What's
Y'all
wrong
know
with
I
it?
don't want because it's a
Before
cult.
it was because
No.
It's
because
the
it's
buttons,
because
yeah.
because his thumb was too big.
The
Yeah,
sound.
well, I can't.
Keyboards.
No, it's
No,
not the
it
sound.
was
It's
the
the
sound.
feel.
He
It's the
He
tech.
said he needed to hear. He needed to feel the vibrate on
fixed
the
that.
keyboard.
But-
We
He has
fixed that.
extra
But the
large
man,
thumbs.
had
fixed
to.
it.
But you gotta get like
But
an
we fixed
app or
it.
something
No,
like
we
that.
didn't. No, we didn't. It was in settings.
Yeah, it's still whack.
That's
man.
when you were about to
It's,
hit it.
it's
And
whack.
then-
It is whack. Y'all disconnected from the rest of the world.
Hater.
Anyway. All right. Well, going back on subject, I do have a couple questions that I want to ask because this chat started off with me basically just expressing my just my emotions, my feelings to you guys. And it's what I call my nostalgic moments. You guys have heard me say that all the time, but for everybody else listening, like my nostalgic moments are basically when you have that feeling where you want to say something, you want to do something, and maybe the timing is off, right? Like you're not around the loved one that you want to, tell them that you love them, whatever. So maybe you call them, maybe they don't answer right away. You text, they don't text right away, whatever the case might be. It's holding on to it. And even though the kind of, I don't want to say the feeling leaves, but like the moment leaves because it's fleeting, right? So like that moment might be fleeting, but you want to hold on to the fact that it still doesn't mean that I don't feel this way about you. So you just, in any way, facet or fashion, you basically just say it or you express it. And in this moment, I just woke up. First of all, that's early for me on a Saturday. You already know that. But I woke up and I was just having these feelings of nostalgia, and I wanted to express it. And so it leads me to my first question that I have for y'all, really just for us to discuss is, how often should you express your feelings towards someone? Think about that. How often?
Whenever you feel it.
What were you gonna say, Danielle? What?
She
Like
take your
whether
answer.
it's 2 years later or in that
Whether it's 2 years later, 2 years is
2 years,
that's too long.
Yeah.
That is too long. Let's just establish that now.
Sound
Never
effect
said
for
I
that
love
one.
you. Like I don't say I love
No.
you every time I go to bed.
Huh? Say that again.
I say I love you every time I go to bed.
No.
And
No,
she
no,
does.
she does.
And
She does.
she kisses you.
She does. So how often should you express
before
yourself?
you go to bed.
Yeah, and I'm not, and obviously we're a family, and I'm talking about it from this perspective, but I'm just saying, like in general, like to whether it's family, whether it's friends, like how often should you express yourself? Now, I mean, Mom did say, let's establish yes, like whenever you feel it, right?
But I feel like there's sometimes where there's sometimes where you should and shouldn't. Like when you're just chilling, everybody's around. Like when Mom's chilling and I just come in the room and harass her, skydive on her leg, bother her for a little bit while she's watching House Hunters or something. But like if she's on the phone or something, or she's in a conversation, then there's another time to do it. So I feel like there's a time and a
I
place.
appreciate you recognize that.
So let me ask you a question then. When you said like if she's doing something like maybe that's not the right timing, do you go back and do
of
you
course.
say?
Yes,
So
all the
you-
time. I've literally walked in the room. Mom will be like recording something, or she'll be in a meeting. I'll close the door, and when I hear her not talking or I hear the TV, I'll run in there and skydive on her, and I'll stay there for maybe like 30 seconds, look at her, love you, Mom, kiss her, and just run back out, or just stand at the doorway and just stare at her. And
Now
just
he
walk
does that.
off.
And he's been doing that since he was a little kid, and would scare the mess out of us often in the doorway. Just all you see is this little figure standing at the door like a little troll or something.
And then Danielle would climb the doorway like Spider-Man.
Well, that yeah.
Speaking of climbing, you remember back at the old
We
house?
don't need to talk about that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're not gonna talk about that.
That was fun.
Spider-Man.
Yeah. So any other thoughts? Like how often?
I will say when it's something positive, I think everybody needs reassurance that you still care. So, I mean, I don't have a specific time to do it, but the reason why I made it such a habit just to tell you all I love you before I go to bed, one, it comes naturally, but also it's just sometimes that might be the thing that somebody just needs to hear that day. And so, I don't know if there's a right time to do, like, when it comes to, like, positive, like, expressing your feelings towards someone. But, like, every now and then just say, oh, Mom, I think you look really pretty today. Or, Dad. What? Why are y'all laughing? What's so funny?
What was that? Why? Why she started laughing?
You right.
What?
I missed it.
They're laughing because of our recent swim lesson.
What?
What happened?
No, it's just Danielle saying, "Oh, you really look pretty." When does she ever like outright say that?
Oh, I thought it was talking about
No.
because of
Wait,
she
wait,
ever comment.
wait.
I'm lost.
When she ever
Like, y'all
commented
framing
that?
me like I'm just some bad guy. I don't love nobody.
No, I never said
have
that.
I didn't say that.
I've said mom looks pretty before.
Yeah.
I've said that a couple of times. Like when mom wears that coral dress, I be like, Mom, you look really pretty in that dress.
Mom,
Danielle, she does give me compliments. She does.
does she outright say it though?
Yeah, she'll say it. Yeah.
Well, maybe it's just me.
Dang, man, y'all think I'm Cruella de Vil or something. Man, y'all just be feeling like I just be raining on everybody.
Nah, I didn't say that. She was the one that said.
Y'all think I be doing?
Oh no, that was just a hard laugh. So I needed some explanation on that.
I thought you all were
I
talking
know.
about.
Oh, your hair?
Yeah, the in the pool.
Oh, in the
It was
pool.
like-
She's talking about
That
in
was
the
not-
yeah. That
First of all,
These
that was not
jokers,
me.
these jokers decided to race me at the pool.
I heard about that,
And
and I heard you lost.
Danielle won.
No, okay.
I heard you lost.
First off,
You're the swim
first
guy.
off,
You
first
lost.
off, there was a
We had a
handicap.
witness.
Shh. There was a handicap.
You
They
agreed?
started at the middle of the
You
pool.
agreed to the handicap.
Let me finish.
Mm-hmm.
We started at the middle of the pool. I gave them 5 seconds. I couldn't use my arms, so I just had to use my feet.
Right.
So I'm swimming underwater. I run into somebody, so it slows me down.
Yeah, Darren ran
right?
me over.
I'm talking about the second time. The second time.
okay.
So
He ran
I
me
ran
over.
into mom.
Oh, so y'all raced twice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I won the first time. And I
Nobody was racing. We
trampled her.
stopped.
No, Mom started attacking me mid-race.
Weren't you on the same team?
Like she was trying to drown me.
Yeah, like why? Weren't y'all supposed to be?
No, we couldn't do. So originally it was supposed to be a relay. Tatiana did not want to. She wanted to record. She didn't want to be a part of the relay. And then Brittany said she wasn't gonna redo her hair, so she didn't want to get her hair wet. So there went the relay. So then it became just a race between the three of us. I knew when Darren.
She was gonna lose.
Yeah, well, when he came up from his 30-minute streamline, he was almost to the end.
You
So at
told
that
me I
point-
couldn't use my arms.
No, this was the first time. So at that point, I knew I was going to lose. So I was like, well, I can at least take second. So I was like, let me take down Danielle, and then I can get second
Like,
place.
And you still lost.
I literally was drowning. Like
Because then I got a little concerned. But when I saw her, like, you know, she could talk, I just started aiming for the wall.
so you cheated.
I didn't.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
played to win.
It's not a physical
The
sport.
second time, it was not a handicap. Darren.
It was a
swims,
handicap.
But that's what you do. We don't swim like that. We
Did
swim
we start?
to survive.
Did we start on the wall
But
together?
when
No, we didn't,
When
but so
Mom
that's
said,
handicap.
When
That's a
Mom
handicap.
said, "Don't use your hands and just do the little mermaid thing."
That's a handicap.
No,
No.
you were like, "All right, bet." You got
Because
excited.
he knew I'm
so
about
it
to
wasn't
dust
a
these.
handicap.
I would have won if mom was not in my way.
And Jeff on the other side of the pool watching, he saw that I won.
He did. He
But
did.
who did Jeff compliment? You or me?
Us.
I don't.
No, he was like, "Yeah, way to go."
Jeff is not a part of our family. I'm confused.
I know who
Jeff
that
was
is.
the witness.
Oh, wait, okay. Jeff was just the witness. Okay, we just gonna call him
Complimented-
Jeff. All
He
right.
complimented
Me.
Danielle. He was like, way
Yeah,
to go.
he was like, "Way to go." And I was like, "Yeah."
and then
I
he
did.
looked
I
at
know, I
Darren. He
did
was
that.
like, you suck.
No, he did not. No, he didn't. See, now y'all fabricating the story.
He told Darren, he was like, "Yeah, you was almost there."
Almost,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Almost.
but he was like, your sister is,
Dang it,
Gotcha.
you barely swam.
Well, that was-
you, were
that-
you were walking on the floor.
That was that was the most extensive version of it that I got. I just heard y'all race. I didn't know, but well, cool. That was a nice little
Where
sidebar.
were you? We missed
I was
you.
home. Yeah, I was home. I told you I wasn't. I'm
on the
good.
game, playing Call of Duty.
So here's another question that I have in relation to that. So like, is there such a thing as expressing one's feeling too much?
yes.
Yes.
Okay, so y'all think it's a such thing as expressing too much?
Yeah, because after a while doing it so much, it no longer feels genuine. It just feels like empty feelings, I guess, or like just an empty saying. Like, if I was to come to you every 5 seconds, Daddy, I love you. Every 5 seconds, Daddy, I love you. Like, you're not gonna be like, oh, okay. Like the first time, you're like, okay, and then after you're like, all right, like I got it, I get it. So yes, I do. I believe so.
So I mean, do you think in that regards, do you think it loses its like significance if you keep saying it? Does anybody?
I don't know if it's so much the significance, but it does lose the effect.
Yeah.
Because when you come to just expect it every time, it just doesn't. it doesn't have the same impact. And maybe it's timing or the way that you say it too.
You mean if it were being said all the time? So like, what it sounds to me is like you could say it every time or a lot or often, but it just depends on how you deliver it or when you say it, like the timing of the day or the timing of the conversation or what's going on. Would anybody else agree to that?
I think there's a difference between like going, "Okay, love you," and "Daddy, I really love you."
Like when
That's
it becomes
different.
a chore, if that makes sense. Like when I love you has to become a chore. Like you have to say it like every day or every hour. And then like when you feel like it's a chore, then you feel like you don't want to do it no more. So it turns "I love you, Dad" into a "love you."
Okay.
See you later.
So then are there other ways, because we're saying I love you, but like what about other ways of expressing it?
Well, I mean, like when you have to always tell someone to apologize, right? So there's a difference when you always have to say sorry, you tell them sorry, and then when someone apologizes on their own, like I'm sorry for doing that. It just feels like there's an understanding. It came from a place of understanding, or like it was a genuine feeling, a genuine response, as opposed to somebody just making me say it. As like when you sneeze, it's like bless you, bless you, bless you, or if somebody's like, I want to bless you, I want to, or if they speak a blessing over you. I think timing.
I think it makes sense. I just again just asking like is it ever too much to do it? Any other thoughts on that?
Venting too.
You said who?
Venting. Like,
Oh, okay.
venting too much too. You have to be very mindful of that. There's no issue with trying to find a release just to get it out and to talk to someone about it, but you also
And like expressing your feelings,
Yeah.
you mean like?
yeah,
Oh.
but you also don't want to make it a habit to where anytime that you approach some like friends or family or whatever, it's always, oh, this is gonna be something new, something else happened. You don't want to make it a habit, because then people don't want to be around you or will go out their way to avoid you.
Yeah. Anybody else? I agree with. I think that makes sense.
No, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always say with venting, you got to make sure that you have a safe space in venting. And when you vent, it's making sure, like I think about it from a standpoint of if you go into like a factory, and every factory has like, when like if it's piping, I mean maybe it's some kind of liquid or gas or something like that, they have those areas where they have that little valve and they'll open it and it'll like release, and it's releasing pressure, but it always gets closed back. And so the purpose of them doing that is because if you don't release that, the possibility of there being like an explosion in that area or something like that. So you have to relieve if they feel like there's a rise in like pressure and things like that. And I kind of see us as the same way as people, that sometimes you just got to kind of release that little valve, that little pressure. But you got to do it in the safe way. You can't just go and just like, and just let it go. But you have to do it in a safe place, with people that know you, kind of understand you, so you don't just come off as like I'm just complaining all the time. And then when you do it, it's just like, okay, I always feel like what's good is having some kind of resolve. And the resolve doesn't have to be like, oh, I figured out what this situation is, but the resolve, even if it's just like, I liken it to, I liken it to what Jesus did in the garden. Jesus went when he had to go get when he was knowing he was going to have to be sacrificed, right? He was saying, God, I just, if this thing can pass, like, I'm good with that. Like, I don't have to do it. And so he was venting. And then all of a sudden he came to and said, but you know what? Nevertheless, your will, not mine. So I try to see, when I vent, I kind of take that same approach. Like, I got to let this out, because if I don't, I'm going to explode. And I'm going to do it in a safe space. And even when I'm done, I'm going to come back to what I know is whatever this is, it doesn't last all the time. Life is not always like this. It's not. And so I think that's important too. We always have to kind of go back to that. So I'm glad you brought that up, Danielle. Any other thoughts about, because again, just, is it too much? You know, how often is it too much when it comes to emotion?
No, I think it's just right.
It's just right.
Yes.
Okay. All right. It's just right. All right, y'all. Well, that's it. I mean, I just wanted to bring that up. And so does it for this particular family group chat. We'll see y'all on the next one. Peace out.
Bye.
See ya.
Cheers, my dears.
If you enjoyed this episode, please like, comment, and subscribe. Join us for upcoming episodes as we reach back into our text threads and attempt to make some sense of them. Catch you in the next thread, y'all.